A month ago, I bought a new website and had AI automatically write and publish articles for me. As of recording, I now have spam bots commenting on my blog post, which was also written by a spam bot. This week, I saw everyone glazing Claude's new model, Sonnet 3.5. They love it so much that when I share my own experiences with Claude versus OpenAI on Twitter, they tell me how wrong my experience was. So I'm hopping on the trend and migrating from GPT-4o to Sonnet to see if it's significantly better. My initial observation is that GPT-4o follows long and specific instructions better. For example, when I give GPT-4o very long instructions, it generally follows all of it to a T. Claude may be more creative and ignores some crucial instructions, but it seems like Sonnet is a little bit better at reasoning. So I experiment with this more, and what'll end up likely happening is that some parts of my tool will use GPT-4o while others will use Claude. My tool comes with a what you see is what you get markdown editor. When I type in something like # space, it makes an H2 heading. And when I type in something like 1 period space, it makes a numbered list. There was a bug before where when I create an H2 heading with # and then try to type in a 1 period, it'll cancel the H2 heading and turn it back into a numbered list. After fixing that, I realized every time I updated my tool's WordPress plugin, I'd have to update the S3 bucket for users to download each time. This is annoying, so I submitted my plugin to WordPress so users can choose to auto-update their reshaping plugin without having to do anything. Next, I'd have double H1s in some of my WordPress posts. I have no idea why, so I just replaced the first H1 with nothing if there's one in the content body. The last minor bug fix I remember is an AWS Naming Conflict. Image file names made by my tool are SEO optimized, so when multiple users write about the same keyword, it's possible for the same image file name to be generated twice. AWS is smart enough to add a suffix to the repeated file names, but I wasn't smart enough to consider this case. I assumed file names were unique, so user 2's article would just get user 1's image. Instead of assuming a file name, the solution is just to get the file name from the S3 bucket directly once I'm done uploading the image to avoid naming conflicts. 10 months ago, viewers were complaining about how expensive RateScribe was. That's when it used to cost $5.50 per article. So I spent 3 months converting GPT-4 models to fine-tune one so it can be more affordable, down to $1.06 to $2.30 per article depending on volume. But then I realized the other day that humanizing text is about half my cost and that not everyone cares about future-proofing their blog posts. So now there's an option to turn off text humanization for half the cost, reducing article costs to only 80 cents to $1.15 per article. So far, there's still no traffic to this website. The main problem is that despite requesting priority indexing and submitting my sitemap, my pages aren't indexed still. I've done this both manually and via API with no complaints from Google. Here, we see that we had 63 discovered, currently not indexed site, and 1 indexed site. 3 days later, the validation has passed, but instead of indexing the 63 sites, they just vanished. And huge Search Console delays doesn't help either. To see if Google ever fixes their products, be sure to like this video and subscribe for updates.